Hey y'all, it's Lindsay and it's Wellness Wednesday week 40. What, 40? 12 weeks are left. Y'all know I like to start out with the scale, so let's do that. Last week I weighed in at 147.0 and this week I weighed in at 147.4. So I gained 0.4 pounds and I'm not mad about it, honestly. I've decided that any fluctuation up or down a pound, I'm not going to get excited. I'm not going to get mad. I'm not going to get pumped. It is what it is. And I know I talked about this probably 6-7 months ago. I talked about sleep and how important sleep is for weight loss and for health and wellness. And I told you all about Sean Stevenson and his Model Health Show podcast, which is amazing. If you're not listening to that, you should be. And so I told you all those things. And I gave you lots of information or some information about hormones and sleep and how that all relates. And this week, sleep has been a bear for us. The girls have all needed me multiple times almost every single night. Lauren has definitely needed me multiple times every single night this week, and that gets a little bit wearisome. And then on top of that, Caitlin and Molly have been taking turns as to who needs me at night. So there have been nights whenever I've gotten up with all three girls multiple times per night, and then there have been nights whenever I've only gotten up with Lauren. I've been up and down the stairs probably 5 to 9 times over the past, every single night over the past week. And sleep is a huge factor. So because I've been less rested and I am much more tired, I have wound up eating a tremendous amount of food that I don't need to actually eat. And I've been choosing foods that are way high in calories as opposed to choosing something that's like a fuel pull. And on Trim Healthy Mama, fuel pulls are some of our BFFs. As a nursing mom, I'm not supposed to eat a full day of fuel pull meals and snacks. Sorry, that took my brain a lot of time to get out because exhaustion. The brain is exhausted and I have lost all focus. As a nursing mom, fuel pulls all day, every day are not my friend because I'm still obviously nursing. But having fuel pull snacks is something that I have allowed to slip through the cracks. So I've been eating instead the pepper jack cheese, the summer sausage, the walnuts, skinny chocolate, or rather Oreo skinny chocolate that we have in the freezer. I'm just eating a tremendous amount of calories that are unnecessary for my body because my hormones have kicked into overdrive and have said, ooh, you're tired, which means that you're lacking energy, which means you need to eat food to get energy. And so that's where I've been trying to find my energy. And it's just not good for me to do those things, but I can't really force my girls to sleep through the night. It's it's a process. It's not an instant thing. And I feel like that's the way it is with all of life. It's a process. So I've been eating too many high calorie foods, too many snacks, too often. And then also this past week, I've eaten several off-plan things. I have a problem. And it's craisins. And I know that dried cranberries, dried fruit is okay on Trim Healthy Mama. They are not ideal though, because for me, craisins are like crack. They are so addictive to me, and it's because they're so tart. I will wind up consuming probably a cup of dried cranberries without even realizing it. They are so good to me. I just love that tartness on my tongue. It's just so tasty. But it's no bueno because the more that I eat those, the more I crave off-plan foods. And then we had that birthday party for Lauren a couple weeks ago, and we still have chips left over, and the girls have been eating a little bit of chips here and there and whatnot. And the other day we had out the bag of potato chips that we were trying to eat down. Well, they were trying to eat down. And I was like, oh, salt just sounds amazing right now. So what did I do? Several handfuls of potato chips. And, you know, it's not like a huge deal, but it's just not a best choice. And whenever you're sleep deprived, you don't make best choices and you are losing sight of the goal. You just do whatever feels good in the moment. And then we had an off-plan meal that I feel zero shame about. And, my friend, she had made us dinner one night. We went over to their house and she had made chicken, rice, broccoli, cheese casserole with like the Ritz on top and the butter and, you know, like true Southern comfort food that basically took me back to being 8 years old, and I loved it. It was made with white rice. It had the Ritz crackers. It just had all the things. And I wasn't even mad. I was 100% grateful for that. She cooked us dinner and I willingly and happily accepted that meal, even though it was not something that is on plan. And holy smokes, it got dark out there, didn't it? I had that off-plan meal. I had the dried cranberries. I had the potato chips. Whenever you're tired, your body says, I need more fuel. I need more fuel to stay energized so I can keep going. And that's just the way the week went for me. But I will say I had one non-scale victory this week that I was not expecting. So I made the decision to make the girls some granola bars, which I do pretty regularly for them. And typically I wind up eating some of those granola bars. And for the most part, they are considered healthy because they don't have like all the preservatives and junk that's in the store-bought versions, but they're not healthy. They have the illusion of healthfulness, but they are not. They are brown sugar, and honey is not bad, but brown sugar, oats, rice cereal, you know, it's just sugar-loaded sugar, honestly. But I feel better about it because, like I said, it's not preserved with chemicals outside of the honey. So I made those for the girls, and like I said, typically I wind up eating half a pan myself, but this week I was able to go into the pantry. I reached into the bag and I was like, I'm going to decide to eat this thing right now because I'm starving and this is what I want. I want some sugar. I want a hit of sugar and I want it now. I had the granola bar in my hand and I was like, it's like all of a sudden the fog lifted and I thought, this is so stupid. Why am I eating this? This is absolutely pointless. This is not going to make me feel good. It's going to spike my insulin, and then I'm going to feel like a true grouch because I had sugar. Like real, like horrible for you sugar. No. And I put it back in the bag, closed the bag up, and left the pantry. So for me, that was a huge positive, a huge win, because I normally can't turn those things down. And if something is already in my hand, I'm going to eat it. Just like I did with Lauren's cupcakes from her birthday party. Just, if it's in my hand, I'm going to eat it. And I was able to say no. I was able to put it back and walk away. So I'm going to give myself a little pat on the back for that, because even though it's not like a huge deal, it was something for me to be able to do that. The lack of sleep results in excessive eating, and I have just lost sight of what is truly healthy for me. Obviously, with all this extra food that's not Trim Healthy Mama friendly, I've been just kind of like plodding along, and I have been basically eating whatever convenience foods that I have that are on plan, as opposed to cooking really good meals for us where I'm focused on green, leafy vegetables, and where I'm focused on half of my plate being vegetables, some protein, and then whatever fuel source I'm using. It's just, I've lost focus, and I really, really need to get that back, because eating Trim Healthy Mama has really improved my health in a major way, and I would like to see some positive scale results as well. I'm not sure if any of this is actually going to come together, because there's 8 million thoughts in my head right now, and only about 2 or 3 of them are pertinent to this video. So I'm gonna go ahead and tap out here and say thanks for watching, and I will see y'all in the next video. Bye. Whew, my brain is foggy.